Welcome into another Tool Tip video series with CDP Inc. I'm Matthew Donnalley, and for this one we're going to be within Oracle Primavera Cloud taking a look at the Tasks module. And to get started on this Tasks module, I want to first understand the link between our activities and our tasks. You'll see here I've got activities selected, permitting, review cycle 1, with a collection of tasks. And these tasks are things like incorporate feedback, prepare submittal package, submit to authority, so on and so forth. When we come down to steel fabrication, you'll see it has its own select variety of tasks. Each of these can be added from either our activities screen or by going in to the tasks module inside of our tasks list. This is another area that we can build our tasks by adding these in, assigning the activity, the respective duration, and status. Now, within our task list, you'll see when we hit the gear, we have the ability to assign activities, commit, and complete, and we'll talk about those later. But in order to continue down this, we need to assign users. And assigning users to your tasks is going to make sure that the appropriate party within the companies that you're working with are going to be able to see their upcoming activities and tasks that they're assigned to. Transitioning from our task list, we're going to have our next spot, which is our handoffs. And our handoffs, think of these as our logical ties between our tasks. And you see our humongous list of tasks here. And we've already got a couple of categories that are linked. Prepare shop drawings, submit for review, receive approval, revise per comments, and then coordinate. And any one of these sections we can link together. But we may want to have this be grouped by activity so we know just how it goes. So in this case, if I wanted to link these, I could grab and do this much like relationships within your Gantt chart. And once we finish up creating these, we now have a new task plan. And the nice thing is you can go from one activity's tasks to the next, and it will automatically link them together. Now, after we've done our handoffs, the really cool thing happens where we can now overlay our tasks onto our activities by using the work plan module. And if I go to today, and this is always looking in about a 4-week time frame, so I want to find a 1320 because this is where we built some tasks. So within a 1320, I can drag its tasks to the start of its activity, and it will automatically bring in the relevant tasks for that activity. And the neat thing is when you have this link on, it automatically keeps the handoffs for everything assigned. So now we can see that these are our tasks. Obviously our activity is going way longer because I'm sure there's a lot of waiting period in here. And you can see our next activity's tasks got brought in based on the handoffs between the two. So the really neat thing is when you're working within your tasks, you get to see a real-time look ahead of what to prepare for over the next 4 weeks, over the next 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, all the way up to 6 weeks. You can see exactly who's in charge of what and which activities are having tasks upcoming. And in addition, you can even see when activities, are logically not able to start yet. 1340 here, we may opt to change this relationship because based on those handoffs we gave it, there's about a week where it can't do anything. So another feature within our task module. Now, in addition to some of the key features within our work plan, if you right-click an activity, you can go to it in the activities window by clicking the hyperlink and diving in, it'll take you to the Activities tab and actually highlight that activity if you need to make quick adjustments. Another thing to keep in mind is that on any given task, now we have our task details, for which we can expand this. And in our task details, this is where we can have more in-depth user assignment, crew size, duration, and a due date. Now, a due date and commitments are going to be especially important for task planning, because this is going to be your primary mode of getting people to say when they're going to commit and finish things. So your due date obviously is going to say we can't go any later than this. Your commitment, on the other hand, this would be the responsible party saying, I actually know it's due on the 11th, but I'm committing to finish on the 10th. And it will show that commitment. And once you save it, it will actually send an email to all responsible parties with the due date, with the commitment, saying that this is now been committed. And you'll notice anything that's outside the bounds of our activity now gets highlighted there. Now, our work plan, our task list, and our handoffs are the bare bones of our feature. In general, you're going to want to take this, look ahead at a time. You don't want to span this out for the entirety of your project, because obviously activities are going to get adjusted. Things are going to move throughout your project. So task plan, your work plan really thrives in its best circumstance when you're planning a couple weeks out in advance. So some other things to consider as you're doing this: making sure your tasks get applied within the activities within your range that you're having your meeting. So you can add tasks from here if you wanted to, or milestones. But all in all, your task plan is one of the most in-depth features in OPC, combining your activities with lean management, look-aheads, bringing in all parties of your company to say these are the specific tasks that are going to occur over this time frame. We commit to these, we assign them to the responsible parties, and then that's going to enable you to have the most accurate forecast for your work plan of upcoming weeks. Please contact CDP if you're interested in a more in-depth demo using your environment or your information. We can absolutely work you through that, but this is going to be the high-level overview of tasks within OPC, Oracle Primavera Cloud. Thank you very much. I'm Matthew Donnalley at CDP Inc. Email us, contact us with any relevant information. See you in the next tool tip.